I just had some cheese, so this is a helicopter passing by. Woo! Bye bench. So that's the difference a little bit of food makes. I had and coffee. So all my life long I had coffee, and we know for athletes coffee is a booster. That's forbidden. So to intake caffeine as a powder could be a possibility to boost the energy level, but they're not allowed to do so. Let's check. There's nobody following so far. So yeah. So now that I have been jumping up a bit, I need to try to put my breathing into order first. Breathing and walking has to go in a combination, like a married couple, codependency, Dalai Lama. That's the kind of trash I got in my brain concerning this sort of alliance that breathing and walking has to form. Now that I got internet, Dalai Lama talks about codependency. And by that he's saying, if you have this sorrow for others, it's in return benefiting you, basically. But then, also because I was once having a speech at school on Tibet, someone told me in the monasteries they have lampshades formed with people's skin, like the horror story goes about the Second World War and Hitler's doings and the so-called Schutzstaffel, the SS police, But it's probably all this sort of horror story that is designed to make us go, now I'm frightened, or how can I believe that? To worry us and to stir up our internal being. Because come on, but once I'm dead, if I'm dead, I don't mind if vultures eat me, because in my song Blood Crime I'm saying so. If I get to die, serve me as a pie, Tibetan vulture, be my butcher. If you give a shit, if you give a fuck, yeah, don't slice me up. So I don't want to be sliced up by the meds. I want to be picked open, well, by a Tibetan preparator that offers the bodies to the vultures. They don't just put the bodies there, but they cut it up so that it gets eaten up quickly. There is no mess visible in the end. It's a few bones, if at all, that's gonna be left over. So yeah, I calmed down a bit. I've been having several lifts and also some food So the food I'm gonna tell you now. I was buying bread, cheese, 2 coffee, an ice cream, and this kind of Sweden cake, you know, with peanut cream and all the other milky stuff underneath. And then I still got the cake with me, and when I get home I will need a lot of water. I've been putting my legs into 2 different fountains, and this gangster story I wanted to tell you goes as follows. So in Switzerland, when you got these coupons to pay at the supermarket, you're not allowed to take goods for less the amount than stated on the coupon. So I was buying stuff for like 14.30 reps, and then 15 Swiss francs was my coupon. So I said thank you, and I'm not sure was that okay. Sometimes it is. In Zurich and here in the valley, they always create this whole rigmarole and won't tolerate the money. So yeah, then I was getting a lift from someone going up to the mountain passway, and he's given me a lift before, so I was kind of surprised he would stop his car. And then a real old lady gave me a lift, and she said in her garden this year the cucumbers came like very well, and she's not doing vinegar cucumbers, she does salted cucumbers that get eaten hot. So I was kind of interested because I know a bit about this subject. So if you're not watering your cucumbers throughout their growth period, they will turn bitter. This year, being so moist and also it rained a lot, it sure was not difficult to grow the cucumbers. And then also when you think about it, what was it? Yeah, I sent the letters. Like, she was driving really, like the way she started the car, I was kind of anxious she would not be staying on her side of the road. So when I could get off, I was really glad. So now I'll get home and I will be searching for some more wildflowers like these. You know, these are really small, but that little bit of violet really kind of makes a difference in these flower curtains. Like if you have a rainfall, a flower fall of green leaves, and in between you have little sparks of this and that color, that one really makes it, you know, interesting to look at and lively. It livelies up that curtain. To just have those green leaves is a choice as well. So some people might want that. So yeah, I'm gonna I'm not gonna do a kind of a unique pattern that's going regularly from here to there. I'm gonna do like 30 centimeters just green, then a few sparks of colored like flowers, leaves, and then a lot of flowers. So it's like on the borders where you usually have not so much light hitting the curtain, it's just green, and on the other, like middle of each of those curtains, you got the colored spots, the sparks. So it's actually clever to not make a kind of, regular pattern. So yeah, I'm gonna do as such when I get home. So yeah, and I just have to wait for the rest to dry up, because it's all between the books and it's awaiting me to free him, you can say. But otherwise, it's a waiting game, Early on, I was pressing small leaves. So the leaves are 0.5 centimeter to 1.5 centimeters, until I realized I can press the whole flower, the whole bud. Now I'm doing so. And yeah, it takes a while for that to dry up. And it looks fantastic, I tell you. With a small scissor, I'm cutting out these flowers and leaves. And it takes me ages. But it's let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. It's really just oh yeah, I'm fine. Oh yeah, it's cool to do another one. I can continue and continue, on and on. And I'm not gonna learn Spanish the while, or occupy myself with some movie. I can do so, but usually it's I'm sitting there, I'm enjoying the view, the warmness inside, the calm. When it was raining the last few days, it was so I was really enjoying to be amongst myself and enjoying to be at home and have this work that's not computer based, looking into one direction is so strenuous for my eyes, if that word even exists. So I'm yeah. Hi. Welly. Hi. I'd love to drink some water, but there is no fountain. I once told you the people around here are very greedy. They want to make money in their restaurants, so they won't serve you this nor that. So if there is no water available beside the hiking routes, it's just dry pebbles and yeah. So that's bad. So it took us, the midway bench is right there. You probably do remember. It took us 1/4 of an hour to get up here. Wow, we're getting fast.